A new exhibit at the Art Gallery of Swift Current features plants from across the prairies. We find out more in this report. Southwest Saskatchewan is home to numerous artists, many of which are often showcased at the Art Gallery of Swift Current. Such is the case with this stunning exhibit featuring the work of Maple Creek's own Geoff Phillips. Plantscapes of the Prairies brings together the colorful flowers and other plant life found at various Southwest destinations, including the Cypress Hills, Grasslands National Park, Great Sandy Hills, and the Frenchman River Valley, all coming to life through a unique creative process.
If you can imagine the painting as raw canvas that you buy on a roll, I actually tear off a piece the size that I need and pack it with me on my mountain bike or my hiking gear and go out on the trails. And then when I find my subject matter, in this case I was hunting for different species of plants that I hadn't maybe seen before, I unfurl that canvas right on the ground and weight it down with rocks. I kind of end up walking all over it, but I pack with me my brush and a tin of brown acrylic paint that I have, and I walk all over the canvas really, and I draw my subject matter with the paint, with that brown paint and my brush. I draw some basic lines and form the composition. And then I fold up the canvas and bring it back to my shop and stretch it on the stretcher bars, the frames that I build, and start the painting process there. I challenge myself and challenge others to look what's growing underfoot, which is oftentimes overlooked.
And now that Geoff Phillips has completed this series of paintings after 1.5 years, the complete exhibition now adorns the walls of the Art Gallery of Swift Current, an exhibition which was carefully laid out piece by piece by the gallery staff.
There's a little bit of experimentation with that. They're laid out and spaced and then juggled a little bit in terms of that one looks better between those two or something to this effect. And you're really just looking at kind of rhythms and harmonies around the room and how that comes across. And then in terms of how it may have worked out, seasonally, I think that's because the works, paired nicely. I mean, you could see that they had a relationship in the subject matter, but that also translated in the color and the light that was occurring, and so it came together quite naturally, that whole seasonal thing.
A diverse series of paintings which were recently showcased during the Meet the Artist Night at the Art Gallery and left the crowd with a better appreciation of Geoff Phillips and his work.
I thought it was very interesting. I learned a lot about Geoff that I didn't know as an artist. I know Geoff as a friend and, maybe see him on a little side where he's not maybe as shy as he was tonight. But the one thing that I did learn is a lot more perspective on his artwork and what it means to him and what it's all about.
He's been painting at the C.M. Glasscock building in Maple Creek at the museum there. So it's been interesting to be able to see the paintings evolve over time from being very rough sketches on canvas to now finished and beautiful work in the art gallery here.
And as Geoff Phillips looks to the future in his artistic career, he'll continue to operate the Art House in Maple Creek and pack his bags for an exciting trip where he'll meet other artists from across the country.
I get to join the Canada C3 team. It's a signature Canada 150 project where the Canadian government has purchased an icebreaker vessel that set sail in the beginning of June from Toronto, and they've been heading up and around through Canada's 3 coasts, up through the Northwest Passage and then back around Alaska and back down to Vancouver. And I'm joining them for 10 days off the coast of BC in about a week's time as an artist. So the trip is broken up into 15 legs of the trip. I'm going to be there for leg 14. And there's been 15 artists chosen to represent the country. And I'll be taking, much like I talked about, taking my raw canvas with me and making paint sketches to bring home into my studio and to finish into paintings at home.
Plantscapes of the Prairies by Geoff Phillips is on exhibit at the Art Gallery of Swift Current through October 29th.